change from glory to glory as we look into your face, and the world no longer holds us as we sing Amazing Grace. Welcome to Proverbs for Successful Living with Ty and Betsy Tice. We are reading today from Proverbs chapter 20, verses 6 through 12. Our podcast is simply called A Humble Heart. Betsy, if you would begin with verse 6.
Most men will proclaim everyone his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find?
I would like to give you an example here. Most men will proclaim their own goodness. Consider the braggarts. Consider the politicians. Or even consider the Pharisees of Jesus' day. They could all tell how great and how wonderful they are. In fact, Betsy every once in a while likes to watch the news. And I just groan and put on my ears to do something else because I can't stand watching the braggarts. They're called politicians. And it just drives me absolutely nuts. They're so full of themselves that they can't see that what they're spouting out of their mouth is not only never going to come to pass, it's not the truth to begin with. And so was the Pharisees of Jesus' day. Man, they wore the tassels on the bottom of their robes. They wore little boxes on their wrists to show how many scriptures that they had memorized. They were so proud of themselves that they couldn't see the poor to save their life.
The just man walketh in his integrity. His children are blessed after him.
Consider this. If you walk in your integrity, that means that your children are going to be blessed and their children's children will be blessed. Why? Because integrity is something that is passed from parent to child, from child to their children, from their children to their children. Integrity is something that says, I'm going to do what's right no matter what everybody else is doing. That comes from a humble heart.
A king that sitteth in the throne of judgment scattereth away all evil with his eyes.
In other words, a just king, one who is right, he's not going to put up with those who are evil. He will make sure that they are gone from him. Nor is he going to have them in his cabinets, nor as his advisors. They're going to be far away from him because, as a just king, he wants to please the one who is over him. And that is the divine God of all eternity. That is Jesus Christ.
And I think of both teachers and moms, and if their children respect them, all they have to do is look. Maybe look and point, but look.
I, I, I remember one time in, uh, I think it was our second church, and, and my little godson, Jamie, oh, that kid could get in more trouble and cause more disruption than any person. And it would drive Betsy up the wall sometimes when she was on the piano and I was at the pulpit and I would look at him and I would put up one finger. Little turkey would continue on. I'd put up fingers. He'd continue on. And then he would stop and he would stop everybody around him. Don't let him put up his third finger. Because if he knew that I put up three fingers, he was going to answer to me at the end of the service. And he knew there would be consequences.
Who can say, I have made my heart clean? I am pure from my sin.
When you have a humble heart, how did Paul say it? He said it very simply. He said, I die to myself daily. It's a daily operation. I'm not pure before the Lord. I'm not his type of purity. I'm not clean before the Lord. I'm not totally purified by him. If I was, I'd be sitting before his throne right now. That's the only way. And I know that I am a wicked man, born from wickedness, but God cleanses me. God makes me whole. God makes me pure. But it has nothing to do with my efforts. It has to do with him strengthening me, empowering me to do what's right. It's not me.
Divers weights and divers measures, both of them are alike abomination to the Lord.
What this means, loved ones, is God hates double standard. The diver's weight and diver measures, all that's saying is it's okay for me, but it's not okay for you. It's a double standard. It's a double standard that God says is an abomination. One standard for yourself, one standard for everybody else. Sadly, I've seen some preachers that live that way. They have a standard for themselves, and then they have a standard for everybody else. And the standard that they hold for themselves is not as high. That's why many ministers, I'm sad to say, especially those that are celebrity styles, it's God reveals that their lifestyle isn't as pure as they claim it to be. And he exposes them. Man doesn't have to do it, God does it.
Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure and whether it be right.
You know when your kid is doing right, and God knows when you're doing right.
The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord hath made even both of them.
What can you loved ones do on your own? Has he not made your eyes so that you can see? Has he not created your ears so that you can hear? What are you looking at? What are you hearing? It's his creation. They're his for his pleasure. Walk with a humble heart and a humble spirit before him in all that you do and all that you say. God bless you and go with you this day.
Humble yourselves, humble yourselves, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, under the mighty hand of God, and he will exalt you, and he will exalt you, and he will exalt you in his time. Cast not away your confidence, cast not away your confidence, cast not away your confidence, which has a great reward. For soon our Lord will come in clouds of glory, the Alpha and Omega will split the eastern sky. Behold I come, behold I come, behold I come, and behold I come quickly, and my reward ourselves under the mighty hand of God, under the mighty hand